Hello everyone, welcome back to the Indie Geek Guy channel, and today I think we've got a good one. We're watching Highlander. So Highlander is something I've never seen. I know it's got Sean Connery in it. I know it's got Lord Raiden from the original Mortal Kombat movie in it. I think there's some sort of either supernatural sci-fi element to it as well. But really I'm not too clear on all the details, other than I know a lot of people kind of love this movie. Like, there's people who are really into it, and hopefully on this discovery tour of movies we'll find out why that is today for me. So I'm not really sure what my expectations are, other than I'm hoping it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to seeing Sean Connery and Lord Raiden, Christopher Lambert I think his name is. I'm excited to see the two of them together, see what kind of, you know, tomfoolery happens there. But other than that, I don't know if it's going to be heavy on action, if it's more dialogue orientated, if it's whatever. I have no idea really. I think that's got something to do with beheadings. That's really all I know, but I don't know what the significance of that is and why. I'm sure there's people maybe watching this now going, you'll find out. You'll get there eventually. But this is it. This is my first time watching Highlander, a cult classic. A lot of people love it, as I say, that I know of, but it's never something I've got around to watching even a single frame of, I don't think. So this is as blind can be. But before we jump in, please consider hitting the thumbs up button if you do enjoy the reaction and the review. Helps me know you liked it, helps to get seen by more people, all that good stuff. And if you really enjoyed it, please consider hitting the subscribe button so you get notified on all the new videos that I put out. And also, that is the best way to let me know that you're enjoying the stuff and that you want to see more of it. But other than that, let's jump into Highlander.
When the few who remain will battle to the last. No one has ever known we were among you. Until now.
Okay. Oh my god, hello. Hello, Queen. Freddie Mercury, what are you doing? It's a great shot. There he is. Lord Raiden. Okay. Now in Scotland. What has this got to do with a wrestling match? I mean, it seems like he's having some sort of flashback.
McLeod.
Agent Smith, hello? Dude just came out with a sword. He just... Where the hell did he get that from? Where was he? Is that in his coat? This guy is such a wimp. He just comes in, hits, and then runs away. Fucking agile. He's still going. He's still going. Look at him go. Game over, would seem. Well, there's the beheadings I was talking about. What the fuck? Has he just leveled up? Is that what's happening? Because this is a pretty epic leveling up moment. Well, okay then.
I peed my kilt the first time I went into battle.
Aye. Angus pees his kilt all the time.
They're too jovial about this battle situation. And this is where he's going to discover he's got some supernatural power of staying alive for however many centuries. That's a scary looking dude. Does he work for Sauron? Oh no, that's horrendous. Oh.
My son.
Oh my god. He got. He didn't even get a swing in.
There can be only one. Another time, McLeod!
Man, that was some straight up, like, cartoon, like, I'll get you next time. We're blasting off again.
Put your hands on the hood! Come on!
Oh my god. As far as these police are concerned, he was just speeding, right? Unless I'm missing something. Like, they're going ham on him for whatever reason. Maybe there's more to that than what I know at the moment, because that seems like a over-the-top response to seemingly a speeding fight. They don't know that he cut someone's head off with a sword. Not at that moment, as far as I'm aware.
It is over.
He's going to use whatever this magic power is and not die. There's a lot of good transitions in this movie so far. From the past to the present.
Hey, Frank, come here.
Oh my god. Maybe watch the dead body. Maybe, don't be tripping over that.
What the hell you got?
A Toledo.
Well, it's called a sword.
A what?
Sword, Frank, a very rare sword.
You're an antique dealer, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. What's that?
A sword? Rise up, smart ass. I'll tell you what happened, Russell. You went down to the garage for a blowjob. You just didn't want to pay for it.
Why do these two just have some sort of rivalry going on? Like, why does this cop hate him so much?
Am I under arrest?
Not yet.
Then we're through.
I am kind of loving how just over the top this whole thing is so far.
Room 315.
Oh my god, is that fucking... Oh, it's gonna annoy me. I know this guy. I know him. I don't know what from. It's not coming to me.
I'm Candy.
Of course you are.
His voice is so, like, Claw from Inspector Gadget.
Madison Square Garden. Do you go there often?
Why are you asking me about the garden? Have you been following me?
No.
I'd like to walk you home, Brenda.
I can take care of myself.
Well, you failed there, didn't you?
Be quiet.
Oh, Jesus.
Nice to see you again, McLeod. Can be only one.
There can only be one.
Put your hands on your head.
Another time, Highlander. I will find you.
Hey, hold it right there. Come back here.
This guy. Hey, don't run away.
What did he mean? There can only be one. Only one what?
Listen, lady, you almost...
I want to know.
Shut up!
I'm this woman right now. I want to know. Tell me.
He should have died.
I say he's got the devil in him.
Yep, literally none of them are going to trust him now.
He's in league with Lucifer.
We've been kinsmen 20 years.
Connor MacLeod was my kinsman. I don't know who you are.
I love when people get superstitious about things. It's never a good superstition, is it? It's instantly, well, this must be a bad thing, because it's happening to someone else who isn't me.
Dougal!
He's your cousin, man!
Thank God for this guy. Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
There'll be no burning here today. We'll banish him.
No!
This woman, Jesus Christ, she started off like, think of me, and now she's like, kill him, kill him. Yeah, again, another great transition. I'm loving the commitment to transitioning backwards and forwards. This is all too happy for it to last. Ah! There he is.
Greetings. I am Juan Sanchez Villalobos Ramirez.
What an outfit.
Chief- The sensation you're feeling
Lightning powers, Raiden.
is the quickening. We are the same, MacLeod. We are brothers!
I'm always happy to see Sean Connery having fun, which it looks like he is. In that outfit, it would be pretty much impossible not to, I suppose.
I cannot swim, you Spanish peacock.
I'm not Spanish, I'm Egyptian.
You said you were from Spain. You're a liar.
You have the manners of a goat.
I mean, McLeod,
like a
he's
donkey.
clearly Scottish. Listen to his accent.
No knowledge whatsoever. Get out!
Help! Help me, I'm drowning!
You can't drown, you fool! You're immortal!
I love Sean Connery playing Yoda, essentially. He looks like he's having such a great time.
Crude and slow, Clansman. Your attack was no better than that of a clumsy child. You cannot die, McLeod. Accept it.
There's that laugh. Yeah, that's what I was waiting for.
Good. When only a few of us are left, we will feel an irresistible pull towards a faraway land to fight for the prize.
There's just one big competition. That's what this whole immortal beings thing is.
You're vulnerable and off balance.
Connor.
Heather, please.
I don't know why that was so funny, but it was. It's like a child who's like...
It came down to just us two. Would you take my head?
That's a yes. 100% a yes right there.
You are safe only on holy ground. None of us will violate that law.
Good to know. That's probably going to come up. Look at these two just having a great time. Fighting on rocks, running across beaches. I mean, that's clearly not them up there, but... It's a great shot. Even though it clearly isn't them, it's still a great shot. I'll take it.
I've had 3 wives. The last was Shakiko, a Japanese princess. When Shakiko died, I was shattered. I would save you that pain. Please, let Heather go.
He's not wrong. If you're immortal, it's going to happen eventually.
Well, the Kurgans were an ancient people from the steppes of Russia. For amusement, they tossed children into pits with hungry dogs to fight for meat.
Nice. Nice bunch. What? Senses are tingling. Is it Skull Knight Kurgan Man? Nearly. Nearly. Gonna get it all the way off though. Now jump down like Dark Souls style and go whoosh. That's not good. That's not good. Run, Heather. Run. Get out of this place. Jesus. How much strength is he putting behind these blows? Oh my god. Look at this.
Tonight you sleep in hell. There can be only one!
Okay. I guess that Sean Connery out of the picture then. His head definitely came off. Was not expecting that.
What are you looking at, Rachel?
The eyes in the back of your head. People are asking about you. What am I supposed to say?
Tell them I'm immortal.
Oh my god. Okay, that was a less subtle transition.
What's your name?
Rachel.
What happened?
Everybody's dead.
It's a kind of magic.
Nein! Erst musst du mich erschießen!
Whatever you say, Jack. You're the master race.
So good. Oh. This movie has everything.
I like your place, Brenda.
I've only been here 3 months.
Interesting view. I said interesting view.
I kind of love that he found it instantly.
Are you and Moran trying to set me up?
I don't work for Moran.
Then why is that bald policeman sitting outside watching your apartment? You gonna turn off the tape or you gonna shoot me with a 45?
Wait a minute, Nash. I want some answers.
You want? Don't you ever think about anything except what you want?
This date could have gone better. It could have gone better for everyone involved. Oh my god, she alive? Oh, at least she's alive. Lives to fight another day. Oh, she's gotten old. It was a good reveal. It was a good way of doing that, to be honest.
I've never really known why you stayed.
Because I love you as much now as the first day we met.
Damn right.
Don't see me, Connor. Let me die in peace.
At least Heather got to live a long life. She deserved it. Like, she's been the purest part of this entire film so far.
Good night, my buddy Heather.
Left his sword behind. Left that part of himself behind, I'm guessing. That's the symbolism. But he had the other sword.
It's good to see you again. It seems like 100 years.
It's been 100 years.
Puts hairs on your chest. Or maybe you think I'm trying to poison you.
I think you're crazy, Cassidy.
I love the dynamic between all these immortals. Like, they cannot quite trust each other, but they like each other kind of thing.
Mr. Bassett is waiting, sir.
Tell him I'm ready. Christ, I've gone blind.
Of how he doesn't have to take it seriously at all. Oh my god. This whole scene. Oh my god. It's ridiculous. Oh, I love it.
Okay, Marine. This is for real.
What is this? Who is this guy? Where has he come from? Oh no! We only just met that guy. And he seemed fun. Sucks to be you, guy who just showed up in the movie. Jesus.
Mom.
Oh my god! How did she end up at the front of the car?
In all 5 instances, Montague through Nash, I found a death certificate for a kid with the same name who died at birth years before he pretended to sign for his inheritance. So what you got here, Brenda, is a guy who's been creeping around since at least 1700, pretending to croak every once in a while, leaving all his goods to kids who've been corpses for years, and assuming their identities.
For you, my bunny Heather. Happy birthday. And you, Juan.
Hey, you're on holy ground. We're on holy ground right now. Honor the tradition.
I am in disguise. This way, no one will recognize me.
Really? Really? No one will recognize you?
Ramirez was an effete snob. He died on his knees. I took his head and raped his woman before his blood was even cold.
You probably shouldn't have said that. You might have pissed him off a bit.
Goodbye, McLeod. We will meet soon enough.
Why not right here, right now? Huh? Outside. Let's take it outside right now.
It's better to burn out than to fade away.
Oh my god. Everyone is having too much fun performing their roles in this.
I am Conor MacLeod of the Clan MacLeod. I was born in 1518 in the village of Glenfinnan on the shores of Loch Shiel. And I am immortal.
Okay. I guess she's really into stabbings. That's what turns her on, apparently.
You know what's weird?
The most in disguise man ever is behind you.
That's not. Take care of yourself. Don't lose your head.
Oh my god, this movie. Some of the dialogue is just so on point. It knows exactly what it's doing. Oh my god.
Your friend is a real screamer. Listen. Which part should I cut off first? I'll be waiting.
All of this is so unnecessary. Like, he's gonna fight you one way or the other. He didn't need to kidnap her. I mean, obvious trap was obvious, but what else are you gonna do? He is actually insane. He's completely lost it. I don't think she's gonna. Oh my god. Oh, okay. It stopped right where she was. She is hanging by a thread up there. Oh! Maybe don't crawl close towards them while this is happening. Okay, the water didn't fall down the hole somehow, but okay.
So now it ends.
What kept you?
Oh my god. I do like this like shot. The window and the silhouettes. It looks cool. What is that about? Hello? Got him. You got him. Oh my god, he's still trying. Oh, he's down. He's done. Dunzo. What was the prize? What did he win?
There can be only one.
Does he win mortality? Is that what he wins at the end of this? Oh my god. You don't want to win mortality with a bunch of glass shooting at you. What the hell is going on? I mean, you can clearly see the wires. The wires are very clearly in shot. But I like the effects. The effects are cool. What does this all mean?
But if I concentrate, I know what people are thinking all over the world.
What am I thinking?
You're thinking whether or not you can love me. I can love and have children, live and grow old. You never prepared me for that, you Spanish peacock.
Oh my god.
You have power beyond imagination. Use it well, my friend. Don't lose your head.
Jesus, that line. It works every time. Is he still immortal, or can he choose not to be? I guess that is the prize. is that he is basically all powerful and can make the choice for himself, I'm assuming. That seems to be the case. Alright, that's the end. Oh my god, that... that was a ride. That was something else, was what all that was. Jesus. Okay, Highlander, that was... My prevailing thoughts about that movie, coming straight out of it, is imagination, fun, madness. Yeah, like, main thing being imagination. Like, the movie was jam-packed. It, like, had so many ideas, and obviously it has the core idea of, if you're immortal, what would that be? And I think it had a lot of fun exploring that element. It, obviously showing this guy start in Scotland during all that period of time, and then sort of his life experience getting up to where he is present day. I think the movie had a lot of fun exploring that. But it also, you know, it was the fun of it and also the tragedy of it as well. I think it captured both of those things pretty well. But also just on top of that, the whole, well, we're not just going to have there be these immortals and this guy being immortal. We're going to create this sort of backstory, this lore, but it's going to be kind of mysterious. It's going to culminate in this gathering, this thing where they're all kind of just unnaturally pulled together for a reason that they can't really explain, but they know it's coming, and then there can only be one for some reason at the end. Like that one has proven themselves to be the one worthy of this sort of ultimate power of being connected to everything, like thoughts, feelings, nature, people, creatures, everything, and they get to choose, it seems like. I mean, that's what I got from that very ending. Like, the implication seemed to be that he can choose to grow old and die if he wishes to, or he can remain immortal. It's kind of up to him. That seemed to be what I got out of that. But I like that there's an element of mystery to it. I feel like there's a lot of information there, and you can sort of pin things together if you wanted to, but I like that it's got an air of mystery to it. They sort of just indicate that maybe it's its own supernatural thing. They also could point it towards sort of a religious thing, because they talk about like the holy ground aspect of it. But overall, I just feel like it was just a fun way of like developing an idea about what would it be like if you're a part of like the secret group of immortals who know they all have to fight and kill each other at some stage, and what would that be like? What would be like learning about that? What would it be like socializing with that in a weird way? That's part of the movie as well. If anything, I do wish there was a bit more of that. Like, my favorite parts were, you know, I'll talk about Sean Connery in a minute, but I loved the whole segment with Sean Connery. I loved the other immortal who came to visit him in town. Like, they seemed to be friends, but there's always this kind of undercurrent of like, they know they're in this kind of battle royale situation where there can only be one, and you know what I mean? Like, there just seemed to be that kind of weird undercurrent of, well, we're friends, but we can't trust each other too much because of this thing we know that's going to happen. You know, it's interesting. I would have liked to see more of that, I think. But what I did get, I definitely enjoyed. Whilst we're on this topic, we'll talk about Sean Connery first. Like, he seemed to be having a ball with this. Maybe it was because, you know, he obviously had a smaller role in here. I expected it to be bigger than it was, but he had a smaller but crucial role to the movie. I thought there was going to be some sort of twist in regards to his character, because when he got killed, it seemed like the process was slightly different. Like, there wasn't like the electrical energy coming out of his body to like signify his soul, or whatever you want to call it, leaving. It didn't feel like any of the other scenes where we saw one of the immortals get killed, so I was expecting there to be like a twist in that somewhere down the line, but it never happened. But, you know, I thought it was actually, you know, for what it was, pretty ballsy to kill him off in this sort of little segment that he occupied, and it was good. I liked the segment. He was basically Yoda, which is fun. And like I say, Sean Connery looked like he was having a great time. Like, he just seemed to be enjoying this way too much, and that goes for all the actors. Honestly, all the actors in this seem to be just having a whale of a time. And I maybe it was the material, maybe it was just the on-set like chemistry. I don't know what it is, but this is one of those movies where I don't think I've seen people seemingly enjoying themselves so much before in a movie. This is where I learned that they all hated each other and no one got on, right? This is like, and maybe this was just them like compensating for that. I don't know. I have no idea. But whatever was happening on screen, watching the movie, it seemed like everyone was having a great time, and that came across. The only thing that is kind of weird, and I think it kind of makes up for the fact that these guys are immortal and they've been traveling the world, so their accents are probably just changing constantly. And, you know, Sean Connery comes in saying he's from Spain with the thickest Scottish accent you've ever heard. And I suppose you can sort of like, maybe he's been in Scotland for a long time and he's picked up the accent, and that's sort of how you can excuse it, which is fine. I'm happy to go with that, but it is just kind of funny. So, I mean, this movie loved the line, "Don't lose your head," for the obvious reasons. And for some reason, you'd think it would get like kind of lame and like, okay, we get the joke, but for some reason, every time someone says it, it's still funny. And I think that's really the trick to this movie. It knows how big and silly and fun it wants to be, and it just goes with it. But at the same time, it doesn't lose a sense of like nothing ever took me out of what it was. Like, I was always in what the story was and the fiction of it, and nothing, no matter how silly it got, it never like removed me from it, which is, you know, impressive. Direction wise, there was actually quite a lot of interesting like camera movements. The transitions from like the present day to the past were always interesting, like how they used certain like fades and like hands across, and you know, it was really good stuff in there in terms of like camera work, and like the transitions were never not good. Like I feel like, well, I say that the one where the explosion and the screen literally explodes was a bit over the top. But I kind of loved it for it. But it all the other ones had been these kind of smooth, like artsy transitions from like water tank panning up, and it's actually like the Loch Ness or wherever it's meant to be, and all that stuff. And then they just went full ham on this. Well, I'm immortal. I fought in the Second World War. It seems like the screen just explodes. But that's where all the fun element comes from, you know, imagination and fun. Sometimes it's okay for movies to just be that. And I feel like if they commit to that and they know it, you know, you go with it as an audience member normally. You just like embrace it for what that is. But there were heartfelt moments, like Heather, like the whole relationship between McLeod and Heather, I thought was really good, and it sort of set him up as like the tragedy of what he is, and the fact that, you know, he was sort of shunned by his home and his people and his family and seemingly the woman he loved, and, you know, just so instantly, like they just turned on him violently, and like I said in the reaction, this sort of go-to, if it's something weird and superstition comes into it, it must be a bad superstition because it can never be good. But then Heather comes in pure as a ray of sun and is just like, hey, I like you for who you are. You're a good person. I can see that no matter like how weird the situation may get. And, you know, it was, you know, when someone like that comes into a movie and is just like, you just instantly root for them, and then, you know, she gets to live a long life, but it's a tragedy because he's not able to do it with her. And, you know, it works. It works on a very sort of heartfelt level, which I liked. Then the action, like the sword fights were great. Like they're very over the top. The swords make weird noises when they hit one another, and they like explode things when they touch stuff, but that's fine. These are like supernatural beings of some description, so I'll go with that. They're just very enjoyable to watch, all of them. Bigger and better every time that it happens. There's so much stuff with like the sword fights where they get very artsy again with like some of the how they frame it. Like there were so many moments, especially with our main villain. He just looked like he was in a metal album. You know what I mean? It just looked like this could be the front cover of a vinyl for like Iron Maiden or something like that. It just, you know, it worked on that level, and every time that happened, it was fun. Then you have the music by Queen in here. Like, it's seemingly very random, but somehow fits completely. Like, it is a bit weird how like every character in the movie seemingly only listens to Queen, but you know, whatever, like who doesn't listen to Queen? They're great. But you know, I was expecting like, oh, is this gonna work? Like these rock ballads with like old time Scotland and the whole themes of immortality, is that music gonna gel? And surprisingly, it does. I don't know why. I don't think I could ever explain why but for some reason it works. Especially like when like Who Wants to Live Forever. I mean, obviously very on the nose, but in that moment when that song starts playing, it just, I don't know, it just hit completely perfectly. I had a lot of fun with this, as you can probably clearly tell. I thought this was a really just fun movie. Sometimes leaps of logic were made, but that's fine because I think the movie had its tongue-in-cheek like right at the right moments. And there's only one sequence I feel like I could criticize in terms of filmmaking, in terms of like this is really kind of hard to follow, but there was also kind of a point to it, so it's like, yeah, the scene where he's kidnapped the woman who's like interested in medieval weapons and all that, and he's driving like a crazy person. At first it makes sense. Obviously this scene is there to depict how insane this guy is. Like, he's completely lost it. He's like gonzo completely. But there were moments within that whole segment where it's like, I'm really finding this hard to follow, and maybe that's the point. Maybe that is the point, to just be like, this is like the closest we're gonna get to seeing inside this guy's mind, where nothing makes sense. It's all random information. It's violent. It's in your face, and that's kind of what it's like inside that guy's head. And I suppose that is the point. But when you're watching it, it's like, what's happened? Has he hit someone? Has he not hit someone? Because it seems like he went headfirst into a car at one point, but then the car was just fine. Like moments later, that was a bit weird. I feel like any criticisms you could make, and there probably are some, to be fair, but I was so just in it for the fun of, and like I say, the imagination of what they were doing. Like, there's so much silly stuff here. Like I say, Sean Connery's accent, that is inherently silly, but there is you can excuse it based on the logic of what's going on. Or even the main guy's accent, where he clearly like this weird, when he's doing Scottish, it's a Scottish American kind of, I think, French. Like, it's this weird amalgamation, but it's fine. It's just, like, it doesn't bother me at all. It's just like, it's this all this kind of stuff where you could nitpick it. You could say, well, this is silly, this doesn't make sense, but I think that is kind of the movie, and either you go with it or you don't. I was happy to go with it, and I had a great time with it, so that's where I fall on the whole thing, I think. So yeah, if you're into sort of over-the-top, supernatural sort of action movie with bucket loads of imagination and just tongue-in-cheek fun and over-the-topness, I fully recommend you go and watch the whole movie for yourselves if you haven't already, but I expect most of you who are watching this have. But on the off chance, go and watch it for yourselves. But yeah, fun time, fun movie. I think this is a movie I'd happily rewatch anytime. Thank you for watching this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please hit the thumbs up button. It helps me know you liked it, helps other people know you liked it, and gets it seen by more people. And if you really liked it, please consider hitting the subscribe button, then you get notified, all that good stuff. There's also a Discord channel. There's a link in the description if you want to join in with the community, chat with each other, talk about movies, all that good stuff. Please consider checking that out as well. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll catch you on the next one.